Howdy folks, wanted to give you a quick explanation of what you were working on with these ACT reading quizzes. They're basically practices. So I'm not giving you a grade on how many you get right or how many you get wrong. What we're working on here is improvement and developing our skill of reading. So wherever you are, that's great. You got 0 out of 10 right, that's fine. You got 10 out of 10 right, also great. What matters now is reinforcing what we either know or what we need to know. So after you read this assignment, whether you're working on our first passage or the second passage, there it is, passage 2. Once you take that quiz and put in all your answers, you're going to view your score. And let's see how I did. I got 4 out of 10. Dang. So I've got some work to do, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is maybe take a look back through which questions gave me the most trouble. Right? And I don't have to fix every question that I got wrong, but I'm going to focus in on maybe 1 or 2 that I got wrong, or if I got them all right, congratulations, you're going to focus on 1 or 2 of these, or 2 of these questions that gave you the most trouble, or that you had to guess at, and awesome job, you guessed right. Let's review and try to defend why we got that question right or wrong. So if I'm looking back over my score, here's my score. I'm going to notice, this first question gave me a little bit of trouble. I put down B, the correct answer was D. So I'm going to focus in on that one. So I'm going to look at this passage and reread question 1. Okay, in passage A, the narrator directly compares her mother to blank. I said a shadow and a witness, and the correct answer was D, a skyscraper against the sun. So I'm going to head to my reading skills, and I'm going to put in, okay, this was quiz number 1, and this was question number 1. All right, and first thing I need to do is paraphrase the question that you chose. What is the question asking you to find out? All right, well, let's put this in my own words. Passage A, the narrator compares her mother to blank. That's pretty easy to paraphrase. The author compares her mother to this, ... And then the correct answer is a skyscraper. And that's question D. Cool. So that's the correct answer, but that's not where the work comes in. The work comes in where I need to explain why that answer was correct using evidence from the text. So I might need to go back through and find that evidence. So I'm going to need to scan this passage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for directly in the text where the narrator is comparing her mother to a skyscraper. And see if I can find that and just identify, solidify in my mind, oh yeah, here's where the answer is. Here's how I can explain the solution to this answer. So my mother tells me stories. So I don't see any, I see supermarket, but not skyscraper. Here's a conversation in the second paragraph. Okay. And then I usually laugh. Okay, here we go. Now the narrator starts describing her mother. She is so tall, a true Dakota woman. She rises against the sun like a skyscraper. When I draw her a picture in my notebook, she takes up the entire page. Bam, right there. She rises against the sun like a skyscraper. So in this reading skill, I might say, in the third paragraph, the narrator describes her mother as she is drawing mom in a notebook. She directly says that her mother, and let's get some exact words. I'm looking for some specific evidence here. So she says she rises against the sun like a skyscraper. She says that her mother rises against the sun, the right sun, like a skyscraper, creating a metaphor for how large her mother seems in the author's mind. And there we go. It doesn't have to be super long, but I'm looking for that direct evidence. So I want you to take maybe a specific quote and integrate it into your explanation. And that's all we have to do. You're just focusing on 2 answers, really identifying, okay, what is this asking us to find out? So here's the question, and Here's my answer. Not just the answer, but the explanation for the answer. I'm going to ask you to do that twice. So you got to focus in on 2 different questions that you got wrong. All right. You can take a look at my example down below here. Obviously, this is an example from a different test, but the idea is hopefully you could read, here's what the question was, here's what the answer was, and here's why that answer is what it is. So use my model to guide your studying of these reading skills. Not just can I get the right answer, but why am I getting the right answer? All right. Good luck, folks.